So, still in lockdown. Saturday the 25th of April. And Lionel's showing me something in his books. Okay, what you got?
Queen Mary with all the Americans, look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that in war?
That's when they took them across. That's not the Mary, that's the Lizzie.
Okay.
She was painted white or grey. You can't get another body on there, and they all had to. Some had to sleep standing up almost for the trip. Well, look at them. There's another shot here. I know it. That's the Lizzie. They painted a grey, and I've got a photograph home when I lived in Tasmania as a schoolboy, where she escaped to with the Derwent in Tasmania. And it's a very rare photograph because she was anchored off, and they flew out, or technicians, because she was only half fitted as a troop ship. And the photograph is taken in the Derwent in Tasmania because the Nazis with the U-boats wanted her down, but she was so fast that the Lizzie went out there, and she was there until they refitted her as a troop ship. Then she came back, and there she is there, painted grey with the Americans, most of the poor devils to their death. All young men for the final push of the war when they entered the war. There she is leaving, look at that.
Is she on fire?
No, that's just the steam.
Oh, right.
There's another one here. There's another one with the Mary. Here's another one. You see all the men on it. That's the Lizzie again. She was later. Mary was 36, she was 38. 36 maiden voyage was the Mary, and she was 38, 39. But she wasn't finished. She was there was nothing inside her. She wasn't completed. But so if she was going, she didn't even do a maiden voyage because she escaped to Australia, Tasmania. And they flew out or sent out, they wouldn't have flown, they'd a technician, craftsman to fit her out in Tasmania as a troop ship. There's another one here. There's the streamers on leaving the boat. Who's there? Fred is there? Looks like him.
Yeah.
That's the Mauritanian prior. There's another one here. There's the Queen Mary. That's, I don't know. Jew. American?
I don't know. It's not saying. It's the same one, whoever that is.
But there's one here. You are. There's troops on here, but I don't know what. One of the only boat. Or the Normandy. That's the Normandy. Smaller boat. But there's one here, incredible.
Is that French?
No, it was British. I don't recognise it. That's something else. Can you find a bigger?
Empire of Britain.
Yeah. Similar three funnels.
Panama's going through the canal there.
Look at the lounges. Bass drum there, isn't it? Looks like
drum.
it.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Looks like a casino table.
Yeah.
It's probably not. Hang on, what does it say? The main lounge above the Bremen was compared to the settings of the classic film Grand Hotel, 1933. That's the same ship, Bremen.
Yeah. She's being built. The size of the lounges. Oh, there's the France. anchored off next to her in Caen.
Is she French?
Yeah, French boat. You see the stern, the style there, that'll be the Mauritania, I expect, with the stern swept under. Are these famous? Or just ordinary people?
No, they're just ordinary people.
There's a shot here with all the troops. Canal line.
Paris.
Yeah. It's a fantastic book. The best one, I think. Oh, God, the language. There's one with all, they're all hanging, another shot here. Ah, here we go. They troops? Yeah. Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cadets, troops. They're all with helmets? I can't see. Yeah, they've got helmets on.
Like the use of the drop ships in the First World War. It's the First World War.
Well, it's the First War.
Proved the governments that the value of passenger ships, especially the larger liners, was even greater. Cunard Line. It doesn't say which ship it is. It'll say further on. Oh, that's pretty. It's all painted.
Well, it's all camouflage.
Oh, it's not very effective. I can see it. It's standing right out.
You know, it just looks strange, you see. From a distance, the U-boats, you see the submarines with the danger.
Oh, yeah. That's the Mauritania.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's one of the... We don't... In section, we're going backwards, aren't we?
Yeah, going back in time.
There's a roll. Canard. It'll be here. Well, it's out of sequence. This is the White Star Britannic. There's a shot of the one going down, the bastards, which the Red Cross, Second World War, you see it going down. There's thousands killed. Only 1,300 people drowned. What's that one?
Mauritania.
That's the Mauritania.
Yeah. The Lusitania and the Mauritania.
Look at the launches. Well, money no object. And maybe reach. Oh, it'll be on the other end, won't it?
What are you looking for?
The troop ship, when it was just, it's just an odd shot.
It'll be in the
It'll be
middle.
on the back, or the middle, or the end.
It'll be in the middle one.
Well, or the end.
Because it's going in date time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, you're the later, there's the QE2 and all. Queen Mary 2, they got up to that. Nothing like the original. It's like a hotel, you see. You recorded all this.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it wouldn't do what the original Mary would. Not as fast, nowhere near. But it was more like a floating hotel, and they would very dangerous to take it in the North Atlantic.
Yeah, but that's what
she might roll over.
that's what cruise ships are nowadays.
I know.
They're big hotels.
Well, you can see the height of it. It doesn't look like a boat to me. It's like vintage cars, you know. It's got to look like a. Oh, that's the death of one of them.
That's Hong Kong.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Lizzie in Hong Kong. Even I know that. It was in the James Bond film.
Yeah. That's where it was arson. They burnt her.
Yeah.
That's the Mary.
What's that car?
It's a Bentley, I think.
It's the kind of
modern
thing
Bentley.
you like to point out normally.
Well, it could be American, I don't know. Oh, it is a Bentley. There's a Bentley pre-war. There's a 24 3 litre, and a modern Bentley. That's a good shot. And that's it. That's most probably in California.
Let's see here. Right. Gentle retirement. The cherished Queen Mary lives in a secure afterlife in the museum in Long Beach. Yeah, it's California.
It's a good shot because you've got Britain's finest. Mary, the Bentley, 3 litre or 6.5, I don't know. 4.5, 6, and it could be, I don't know, I'm not an expert. This is a modern Bentley.
You should go and see the boat. You were on it.
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah, but you should go. My dad's mate.
We were all going on none of us went on the final trip.
Yeah, he was wandering around there about 10 years ago. He's trying to find his room where he stayed and where the band used to play, because it's all different now.
Dave Gillan, we do regret not going on the final trip, but we'd had enough. She went. It was a year later, but she had to go. She had to go around South America the first time she went round, the Mary, but the Lizzie did. It had to go because she went to Australia. But she went to Australia, but I don't think she ever went round South America. You know, the tip to come up to California, because they were built. These boats were built for one thing: Southampton, New York. Southampton, New York. They were just a boat service.
Well, it'd go through the Panama Canal, wouldn't it?
No, far too big.
It's too big.
Oh, twice. Boats were she was 86,000 tons. It would only take a boat half the size.
Panama Canal?
Yeah.
It's been widened since then, hasn't it?
No, maybe a bit. But I mean, I think when it started, it was only 22,000 tons, but they managed to...
made it bigger.
Yeah, but Suez Canal, no way she wouldn't get anywhere near it. They were built huge boats, and she was incredible. The reserves of power on her. Well, it's never been surpassed any other boat in the world. She was far faster than any submarine or any other American destroyer. Well, she did have a few guns on her, you know, just a bit of protection. But I think the reserves of power, she would do 48 knots or 50 knots. Incredible. I mean, a destroyer was only doing 30 knots, because they had all this huge power there. That's what she was designed for, it's an enormous amount of money, 1936. And Duke Ellington sailed on the maiden voyage, coming back. I know met musicians who remember her. In 1936, I'm trying to read his name, the clarinet player, Moody Indigo. Good God.
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin.
Yeah, Dean and that's what's his name? The other comedian.
Don't know.
Yeah, you do. You know him, Jerry Lewis.
Good gracious, I haven't looked at him. That's the skipper.
Right.
Well, there were several, but ours was born in Dennis Powers, Treasure Yawns. That's the Queen. That's the Queen, our Queen's mum.
Yeah, it's the Queen mum, and she's younger.
Yeah. Who's that? I don't know the face. Who's that?
Actor Dennis O'Keefe.
Who's the skipper there?
John Wayne and...
Oh, John Wayne.
John Anderson.
No.
Well, that's him. That's commandeer John
John
Anderson.
Wayne.
No, that's John Wayne.
Yeah.
That's John Anderson.
That's the two funnels. The Lizzie had 2 and the Mary had 3.
Oh.
This is the... Oh, you come up now. This one I'm looking for. You know, it's the Lizzie. A fantastic book. That's the Hudson, I think. They come up the river and they've got to go in 90 right. So the tugs turn them, or the big boats turn them round to shove them in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is the one.
Yeah, that's the one we started
Oh,
with.
yeah, there's another one though. Where perhaps it's in the other book. But that's the mare.
Yeah, this is where we started.
Yeah,
Right, that's enough.
I think so. Which this is the Lizzie, is it?
That's the rest of the pieces of the Normandy being scrapped
right.
in Port Newark, New Jersey, 1947. Normandy.
I think she caught fire.
Yeah.
There's the Hudsons. They go in that way. Well, it's still used, of course. Here's one going over. Oh, there's the fire. I think she caught fire, didn't she? Rolled over.
Right.
No, this is the one. Look at that. Look at it. You can't get another bum on there. Look at this.
These are soldiers.
Yeah?
Oh.
No,
16,000 passengers and crew. 1943.
Well, they didn't go anywhere. They didn't go. There was as many underneath as there. They were on deck.
Well, they were going from America to Europe, were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, most of them died on the Normandy landings. I mean, all young men. They were all 18, 20. They weren't even 25. Half of them. It's when they entered the war. And without these, people don't realise, without the Mary and the Lizzie, which were the two major boats, there might have been others involved, but certainly the Mary and the Lizzie took all these people over there. And the reason they were commissioned, and the Queen Elizabeth was lighter, but the Mary took all these people over there.
Which one is bigger?
No,
They're the same size,
they were both about 86,000 tons. But the thing was, without these, people don't realise, without the Americans entering the war for Normandy and the final days, we'd have lost the war. So they entered the war and they knew that, because it was all American. And these poor devils were all commissioned down where my sister lives, in Dartmouth, Slapton Sands, and they had practices there. And the incredible, they was naive and they weren't experienced, and they were practicing the Normandy landings, and no one told them on one occasion that the guns they were using were bloody loaded, and they were shooting each other. There was about 500 that were shot.
What, in the training?
Yes. They were told them the guns, and they were shooting each other.
They were accidentally killed in training.
Terrible accident. It was ridiculous. Typical American. They just cocked it up completely.
Well, they covered that up, didn't they?
It's perfectly true. I don't know how many.
First I've heard of it.
I don't think there was a couple hundred or something. But the worst accident at Slapton, it was covered outside by our U-boats. No, not U-boats. That's German submarine. German E-boat, equivalent to our. I can't think of the name of it. It was a fast Rolls-Royce protection. It'll come in a minute. Anyway, it's equivalent to the German E-boat. It came in between our protection on the beach and fired a rocket into the munitions dump where the American killed about 1,000 men. It came in quickly. These boats, the E-boat was incredibly fast, not as fast as ours, came in quick and let off the torpedoes they were, and went on the munitions dump and killed about 1,000 men. There's a big memorial there. Of course, we did the same thing. We went over to Le Havre, and they couldn't bloody believe us. I can't think of the name of our boat. We had twin Rolls-Royce motors, faster than the E-boat. It went into the harbour at Le Havre, and we went to Le Havre or Cherbourg, and they were all sunning themselves with the submarines. It was a submarine depot, and it's still there. These were kept as a monument. They were all, these young Nazis were all sunning themselves on the deck. When someone said, Jesus Christ, it's bloody our boat come in and shot, let the torpedoes off, went in quick, straight into the lion's mouth, turned around and buggered off and killed them all. And that taught them, well, they did that sort of thing. I don't know if they the higher up, but they were killing us. I thought, well, let's go in quick. I mean, it was a chance they could have been shot, but that's the sort of thing the British did. Went into the harbour, and can you imagine them all sunning themselves on the deck and the thing coming in? Well, there were two torpedoes, and they had to let them both off together, otherwise the boat would turn over. And I cannot think of the name of our boat. It was equivalent to the E-boat.
I'll look it up later. Okay, that's
Yeah, there we are. Well, that's for the one. Fantastic.
Okay.